never get credit for my discovery. Who's going to believe a talking head?
You're gonna have to start getting scared immediately.
See? Everything's okay.
Welcome back to our 31 Days of Horror Advent Calendar. The calendar's almost over. It's day 30, and we are talking about the infamous horror movie, Cannibal Holocaust. So, kids, if you were watching this list with your parents, get rid of them. This is a exploitation film of the highest absolute order. I mean, this is one of the granddaddies of the make sure your parents don't see it with that VHS movies. And after giving you something like a nice Spielberg Poltergeist yesterday, I had to give you guys something a little more hardcore.
This movie is definitely hardcore. I remember reading about this film first, and I had to watch it. You know? Cannibal Holocaust. This is the first found footage film, allegedly. I believe it is actually the first found footage, but the thing about this movie is that the director was actually charged with murder because he put in the contract of these actors to go hiding for a year. And he was taken to court for it, you know, and then he had to get his lawyer to get those actors out of hiding and come to court and free them.
And you know, I think that also, though, it speaks to the strength of this movie. It's the believability of what you see on camera. They pull this movie off in a lot of ways of, like, just making it look so real. Everything looking so real, and it's so graphic that it feels like it almost must be.
Yeah, it definitely does. And I think the movie has different release dates, too, all over the place. You can't find the true release date. I think 1980 is when it premiered, but it was like 1985 before it was actually released. And then I think it's still legal, actually, in certain countries. I think you still cannot watch it. America, of course you can. We have, like, the Human Centipede and stuff here, director's cut and all that. You know, you can watch anything, you know, whatever. But the movie is super gross. It's super gross. Super gross. And like, just the way that the commentary takes these people through the Amazon, it makes you feel really uncomfortable. It makes you feel, you get a little bit of that, like, white person guilt. But I mean, but it works its commentary really well. And actually, Eli Roth's Green Inferno was heavily inspired by this film. In fact, the working title, I believe, for Cannibal Holocaust was The Green Inferno.
Oh, yeah.
So,
well, you know, take it to Eli Roth to have to go find inspiration instead of generating any on his own. But, no, it is definitely a movie that made a huge mark on horror, influenced a lot of people. As you were saying before, it's probably the first found footage horror movie, and we can't seem to get rid of them now. But this one is actually, I think, quite excellent. Like I said, it's realism that it's able to make these things look real, and it's so disturbing, but at the same time so memorable. There's so many things I remember about this movie, despite how, really in a lot of ways, how disgusting it is.
Yeah, this is definitely one that just, it's like a true warning, like, even to, like, people following this list that watch horror movies, that love horror movies, this film might not be for you. It is very... It navigates a lot of different horror themes and things that happen in this film that are just, it's just straight up, it's hard to watch. It's hard for me to watch. It's hard for most people to watch. And honestly, yeah, I mean, I just tread with water, read a little bit about it, but maybe before you watch it. I mean, if you love gore and you can stomach some of this stuff, check it out.
I will also say right off the bat, as well as a disclaimer for you guys, there are animals that are harmed in this movie. If you refuse to watch a movie in which animals were harmed, steer clear of this one. So guys, tell us in the comments what you guys think about Cannibal Holocaust, if you can brave the journey to watch this film, and if you can get your hands on it, it might be a little tough. So guys, tell us what you think about it in the comments. You can also find us on our Twitter at BacktoFeature and on our Facebook at BacktoFeature. I've been Giovanni Carlo.
And I'm John Manilow.
And we'll see you guys next time.
The law of the jungle. Eat or be eaten. These film cans tell what happened to the Americans who journeyed into the Amazon to shoot a documentary.